Friends, I would like to touch upon the issue of knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing is, I think, crucial for inclusive growth, and particularly knowledge sharing at the grassroots level. That's what we do. Wider choices. Through knowledge sharing, people at the grassroots level are able to have wider choices. And if people give wider choices, it leads to smarter development. The need of the hour is to think out of the box. And that is what we do at Solution Exchange. We have a network of development practitioners in India with over 35,000 subscriptions. This was set up in 2005, pioneered in this country with 13 online communities, and we have generated more than 2,000 substantial knowledge products. It is a part of the UN Development Action Framework. India is the only country where assistance has been changed to action. The government does not want assistance from the UN, it wants action from the UN. We leverage the convening power, international reach, and immense development experience of the UN. What is the uniqueness of Solution Exchange? Why did I say we think out of the box? Because it is a moderated knowledge sharing platform, impartial platform for exchange of knowledge and ideas amongst development practitioners in key thematic areas. It has a very diverse membership, and it adopts an all-inclusive approach, connects practitioners and makes their tacit knowledge. Very little is talked of tacit knowledge in this country, and that is, I think, perhaps the most important part of our knowledge, the experiential knowledge, the traditional knowledge. And this needs to be brought to the notice of public at large, which we do through our various services that we offer. It provides coverage of a wide spectrum and rich inputs to selected development themes. These are the 13 communities of practice that are active in this country. I look after the climate change community of practice facilitated by UNDP. Solution Exchange is now spreading all over the world. It is an extremely successful platform, and that is why probably the organizer thought it appropriate for us to give us an award for our initiative. We are now in the Pacific Islands, Philippines, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Russia. Now we are talking to Myanmar. It's spreading faster than we thought. These are the various services that we offer. Query service. Any query on any technical subject within the 13 communities is being answered in great detail within a time span of 15 to 21 days. We have e-discussion. Suppose there is an important topic, suppose there is a draft paper of the Government of India for which comments are required, those are also dealt with. Then we have action groups where topics are dealt with in depth, like financial inclusion, like sustainable campuses, compendium of climate responsive technologies, and what have you. This is how the community works. You have a facilitator, we have a two-team facilitator, we have support team, resource person, then we have resource groups, then we have a number of members, and this entire ecosystem is the community of practice. Members send queries, we work with members to evolve those queries so that other members answer. Community members give a large number of answers. Try this, I did this, read this. They give you resources. And please remember, it is voluntary. We do not pay for any responses. And often I have been asked, how is it for 7 years that we are able to run these communities of practice? Because members feel that the voices are being heard and they can contribute freely and impartially and neutrally to the cause for which they stand. After the discussion is over, we have a consolidated reply, which is sent to all the members and archived on our website for posterity. I'm sure this slide is going to surprise you all. These are the large range of knowledge products that we create through our various discussions. Impact case studies, thematic guidance note, thematic newsletters, briefing notes, background papers, supplements to books, journals, you name it, and we do it all. We are not only a virtual platform, we have series of diverse face-to-face events. We were deeply involved in a number of consultations for the 12th five-year plan approach paper. We hold regional workshops, thematic-based national workshops, collaborative colloquiums, etc. Now I would like to briefly touch upon, before I come to the case studies, on knowledge sharing for inclusive growth. According to the European Commission, the importance of information and communication technology lies less in the technology itself rather than in the ability to create greater access to information and services. We need to give access to the common man. We need to give access to the people. Therefore, knowledge sharing is very, very crucial. The usage of ICT in healthcare, which was just spoken about, education, and climate change awareness. Creation can help reduce the cost of delivery of services, information, and enhance overall efficiency of all the stakeholders. ICT contributes to increased transparency, as we have heard, accountability in delivery of programs, because with a focus on achieving inclusive growth. Knowledge sharing along with capacity building on utilization of ICT for inclusion of marginalized communities. The bottom of the pyramid, I think this is imperative. I will come up with some of the examples that we have worked on as part of our solution exchange initiative at the UN. We worked on e-Chopals. The initiative provided internet access to farmers for seeking information on products and services to enhance productivity, improve farm gate price realization. And I also give you the links of these. I think this presentation would be there with the organizers after we speak. Telecenter on Wheels. The project involved use of a mobile information kiosk with laptops and internet connection to disseminate information in villages. ICT for e-governance. The government of West Bengal utilized mobile phones to strengthen e-governance initiatives, starting with information dissemination on health, education, and sanitation schemes. Kisan. Kisan is called the Kashka Information System Services and Networking, involves a multimodal delivery of agriculture information systems in Kerala. Resource centers with ICT tools. Rural Education Development, READ, has supported panchayats in setting up community library and resource centers in villages. The center provides ICT tools for capacity building. Then we have digital learning resources, DLRs these are called. Care at a distance. The system developed by Cisco enables remote examination and consultation. We don't need to go to a doctor. GIS maps of health facilities and disease prevalence is also being done. Now I look at some of the effects of ICT initiatives to address climate change impacts. We have the project of eRIC project. It utilizes ICTs to facilitate climate smart agriculture. We need to have climate smart agriculture. The farmer needs to know whether it's going to rain, when it is going to rain, how the monsoon is going to be spread, because now we are finding the weather patterns changing. The monsoon getting skewed. I think in Delhi you might have noticed for the last couple of years more rainfall in August, September rather than July, August. The Fisher Friend program, this is being pioneered by the MS Swaminathan Foundation. It processes satellite information to provide weather forecast and fishing zone information in local languages. Our emphasis is not on English, it's on the local language. I often believe that knowledge of a language is not a test of one's intelligence. I think this is a fact. Knowledge of a language is not the test of one's intelligence. In the disaster resource network, it is a nationwide electronic inventory of essential and specialist resources for disaster response. With climate change, we are likely to face more disasters. Using world space satellite radio for effective warning dissemination, community radios, these all are very important tools for communication. I would like to conclude by saying existing ICT initiatives have contributed significantly in achieving inclusive growth through delivery of essential information and services for the common man. However, knowledge sharing regarding these initiatives has really been very, very limited. I would like to say it's almost been negligible. There is a need to significantly scale up and replicate the ongoing initiatives, some of which I have highlighted, and there are many more. Funding for ICT for inclusive growth needs to be mobilized from the government, private sector, and development sector, and there is a huge need for this. I would like to end by requesting the organizers that an important topic on inclusive growth should not have been the last session of the program. It is my suggestion that they should probably look at in the future to have a little more before the last session, so that people can benefit from the importance of this subject. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.